Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Herc's Train Shed. I'm Corey, and in today's episode, we are going to be taking a ride on the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad in Durango, Colorado. I'll Good stretch. It used to not look like that actually. Yep. Off to Silverton we go. So good too. Welcome back, everyone. In this episode, we are taking the train from Durango, Colorado up to Silverton. This narrow gauge railroad is called the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. It runs from Durango, Colorado up to Silverton, Colorado, and this is just one of the most breathtaking trips I have ever been on. There's like absolutely no words just to describe the scenery. Now, this is actually ex-Denver and Rio Grande Western railroading equipment. The Denver and Rio Grande Western was eventually bought out by Union Pacific in 1989. Actually, it's a little weird for that merger. It was actually the Rio Grande merged with the Southern Pacific, and then after merging with the Southern Pacific, they decided to use the Southern Pacific road name instead of the Denver and Rio Grande, or just the Rio Grande. Obviously, Union Pacific also merged with Southern Pacific in 1996, which it has become a fallen flag as well. But anyway, more on to the trip itself. This trip is a pretty long trip. You are on a train most of the time. However, you get like an hour and a half break up in Silverton to go enjoy some lunch, check out the gift shops, all kinds of stuff. I mean, this trip is just phenomenal. When I was a kid, my grandfather actually took me and my brother. My grandmother went as well. We went up here and rode the train, and it was just one of the best. Like, when I went back, this was actually recorded last year, so this video is a year old. But you know, I didn't think I was going to post this video to YouTube, or I would have recorded more of the trip, but at the time, I was just recording for memories. But yeah, this trip was actually kind of emotional for me, because I was pretty close with my grandpa. My brother was too, but I think I was a little closer. But he's also the one who got us into like model railroading and stuff like that. And I can't like describe this trip at all. The trip takes you up through the canyon, the Animas Canyon, and then you also go through the San Juan National Forest, and it's just, you know, it's a whole different view when you're older and you're actually going to ride these kind of things, I think. For me, I actually didn't know this when I got the tickets. I didn't realize this was going to be a doubleheader trip. Um, we had locomotive 493 and 473, I believe, was the other one we had with us. It's been long enough, I can't remember, but it was just such a fun trip. Um, Obviously, the next day we were gonna leave to come back home. However, my girlfriend at the time decided, let's stay another night. And I was like, okay, let's stay another night. So we stayed another night, and the next day we actually went and explored all of Durango. Something I didn't get to do as a kid. We didn't really. I mean, we still went through gift shops and stuff like that, but not like when me and her went. As you guys can see, the river here is extremely dark brown, and it was because it had just rained when we went. So the water wasn't as clear as like you see in the other videos, but it was just still absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping you guys will enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed this trip. As you go through all the canyon and just kind of enjoy the sight, sound, and the smell of the trains going up through the canyon.
That used to be a Y right there. Yep, that's correct. That used to be a Y because here's the other branch line of it. See, it's in the trees. I can't remember exactly. There's a few. On the board. We'll definitely when we have to pass the back here. I like to do that different style. Tip and long arm, this is bullshit. It's hard to wave at it. Then arms like this. He must have been out here today. Or he got dropped off. That's part of the Durango and Silverton Railroad. We passed a little safety check back there. Yep, bugging my phone a little bit. Alright. Hey, we got beer on the train. training, just 3:30.
Another thing I found fun about this trip is we did make a few whistle stops to drop off hikers and passengers that were going to go do other tours along the way up to Silverton. As you can see, we made a quick stop and we're on the go again towards Silverton. Just the amount of scenery here in Colorado itself is just absolutely phenomenal. This trip is probably one of the best trips I've ever been on. But yeah, we make our way up and you can just see how beautiful these mountains are. I found a waterfall, all kinds of stuff. I found an old boiler, and then obviously looking down off the cliff, you've only got like 2 or 3 feet before the edge of the cliff, which is even more fun. It is a little nerve wracking. Ignore my finger in the camera. But yeah, it's just a beautiful trip. Like, I honestly enjoyed this trip a little bit too much. This is on the return trip, so we're climbing down the mountain instead of going up, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's a wonderful trip. And then we start making our way back to Durango, and this is where these clips come in. As you can see, lots of shrubbery, and just looking in some people's backyards, or I believe there was a field over here, and I couldn't find it, but you used to be able to like take gliders, and I don't know if it's still there or not, but maybe somebody who knows about what I'm talking about knows if it's still there or not. But yeah, this is the return trip, and I want to thank you guys for watching this video.
By doing with a hand like this, and just got whacked right in the fingers. And then put that phone down.
Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you like that content, please go ahead and hit the like button and comment down below on what other kind of content you guys would like to see. And if you have not done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are not. And if you want to get notifications when I do upload, there is a little bell icon next to the subscribe button. You can press that and you will get notified when we upload. Thank you for watching today's video.